Welcome to the second video in your series. We're going to be working with the chair again today, and we're actually going to use the chair in the beginning for the warm-up as well. So you're going to start off holding onto the chair, and again you can use a counter or the wall, and you're going to start with your feet in parallel, and we're just going to take one leg and we're just going to swing it forward and back. Just a very easy swinging motion, just trying to open up in that hip. Nice and easy, doesn't really matter the tempo, but we want to just try and get quite a bit of movement going and work in as big a range as you can. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5. 4 more to go. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And let's change that chair, or you turn around wherever you're facing. We go to the other side and lift and back. Just nice and easy. Obviously make sure that you've got space, you're not going to kick something, or you're not going to kick one of your pets. Keeping it nice and easy and loose. And let's go for last set of 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. 4 more to go. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, and release it down. Now you can keep your chair here if you need it for balance. Otherwise, we're going to try and do this without holding onto anything. Feet are parallel. I want you to just rise up onto those toes and lower the heels. Rise up onto the toes and lower the heels. Now you want to make sure that that tummy is zipped up. Don't lock into the knees. Try and keep the knees a little bit soft. And as you rise, you're going to go into the big toe as well as the pinky toe. So we're just waking up those calf muscles and also the muscles in the feet. Because we spend a lot of time on our feet, and so often we're in shoes, and those muscles in our feet don't get to work, and they're really important for balance. Let's do 4 more, and lower, and 3 more, and lower. 2 more to go. Keep zipping up the tummy. Got that chair there if you need the balance. Now let's go up onto the toes, lower one heel. Up onto the toes, lower the other heel. So we're going to go up, down, down. So it's a little walk, but we don't actually lift anything off the floor. Well, we don't lift the toes off the floor. So that we spread into those metatarsals. Spread across your big toe and your baby toe. See if you can do it without holding on to anything. We can do 8 more, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to parallel. Now let's take a nice deep breath in. And all I want you to do, move my cheeks to the side. All I want you to do is you're going to swing the arms. Breathe in and swing. Breathe in and swing. Now, we're not going to drop all the way down, but you're going to just let the head be heavy. There's a little double bounce in the knees. Bounce, bounce. So again, we're just trying to get a little bit of movement into those joints. Get some circulation through the body with the blood. Let's just do a couple more of those. Let's do 3 more, 2 more, and 1 more, and release it down. Now the last little bit that we're going to do is we're going to just do a bit of a sideways movement just to warm up those hips, because we're going to be doing quite a bit of hip work in this video. Should wait for that motorbike to go past, it's making so much noise. Okay, so can you bend your knees a little bit? Little side to side motion. Try and take quite a big step. So you really push off that foot. It's almost like you're going skating. Right? So you're going to push from one side to the other. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. You've got 4 more. You've got 3 more. 2 more to go. 1 more to go, and bringing it back to nice small ones. Keep that movement going, and let's do 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and let's turn those legs out. We're just going to do a nice big plie here. I want you to think of touching the walls. Just be careful in that plie, because we turned out that those knees aren't rolling in, so you want to push the knee open towards the baby toe. Imagine there's a door behind your knee that you push into that knee to open. Okay, so we're going to go breathe in, touch the wall, breathe out, squeeze the elbows in. Breathe in, touch the wall, breathe out, squeeze the elbows in. And reach, and squeeze. Now the other thing you're thinking about squeezing is imagine there's a big beach ball here. So as you come up, you squeeze those inner thighs and reach and squeeze, reach and squeeze. I want you to also think that you've got on a tight pair of jeans. So you've done the zipper up from the pubic bone to the belly button. So there's a feeling of lifting up through your center and squeeze. Let's do 4 more. You struggle with your knees, just don't take such a big plie, smaller, but still focusing on that squeeze. 2 more. Elbows are squeezing into the waist. 1 more. And squeeze. Bring those legs in. Should be a little bit warmer. We're going to go back with our chair now. We're going to hold onto the chair with one leg. Knees are bent. Start by taking this leg out. I want you to make sure that the knee is facing forward. You're going to bring this leg in, so you'll soften the knee a little bit, and then lift. Soften, lift. Soften, lift. So you're just cleaning the floor with that foot, so that knee will bend a bit so that it can come underneath. This one is just staying a bit bent so we don't lock back into that knee. Make sure that the knee of the lifting leg stays facing forward and doesn't turn up to the ceiling. We're going to do 4 more. A lot of work on that supporting leg as well. 2 more. You've got 1 more. Can you hold it there? Let's do the little lift. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Let's change it to the other side. Are you ready? Nice and soft. Zip up that tummy and we go lift, slide it in. 2, slide it in. 3, and 4, and 5, 6, keep that knee to the front, 7, keep zipping it up. Now we did quite a few on the other side, so we're going to aim for 12 here. Last 2. Are you ready? We're almost there. Little pulses. Pulse and pulse and pulse and pulse and 5 and 6, 7, knee forward, 8. Bring it in and release. Right, let's move that chair to the other side. We're now going to be holding onto the chair with both arms, sitting in a slightly hinged position, almost like a squat, tummy lifted. We're going to take one leg behind us and we're going to do a lift, swing it in, lift, swing it in. Now you can also do this without holding on. If you want to test that balance, we're going to do another 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Supporting knee again is soft. 1. Now you're going to hold it up, flex that foot, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep lifting the tummy. 3, 2, 1. And bring it in. Shake it out for a second. Hinging in the hips, little bit of a squat. Take that leg back and bring it in and push back. And 2. So we're not going to work too fast because we don't want to use too much momentum. In, push back. Really thinking about squeezing into that glute as we take it back, lifting the tummy the whole way through the movement. We've got 4 more to go, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, hold it up, little lift, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release, shake it out. Now, before we do that again, we're going to go back to our side work. So, knees soft, zip up that tummy and take it out, softening it in. 2, and in. So we're going to repeat this on both sides, and then we'll repeat those rear leg lifts. And 5. Control that lift. 6. Also control the lower end, so don't just let gravity pull that leg down. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more, hold it up, little pulse, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, let's do 2 more, 9, 10, and release. Take your chair to the other side. Soft knee, zipping it up, and open, and in. 2, maybe you want to keep that knee facing forward. Always go as much quicker the second time round because you know where you're putting your body. And 6, zip up that tummy, and 7, and 8, we're going to go for 2 more, and 9, and 10. Are you ready to hold it up? Pulse it up. 2, 3, toes forward. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's do 2 more. 9, 10, and release. Shake it out, and let's go back into our rear leg lift. One more time on each side. Little hinge, tummy in, and shift it back, and in, and 2. Keeping the body nice and still, so we're just working from the hip joint. 5, shoulders out of the ears. 6, we have 7, nice and controlled. Let's slow it down a bit. 8, and 9, 10, hold it up. Let's do 8 pulses. 8, 7, 6, pull the tummy deeper so the back doesn't do all the work. 2, 1, and release. We have 1 more to go before we take it down to the floor. Hinging slightly, tummy in, and we go back, and in, and 2. Let's try and take the shoulder, the tension out of the shoulders. And 5, and 6, and 7, 8, 2 more, 9, 10, take it up, hold it there, pulsing up, 8, 7, pull the tummy in, 4 more, 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and release, bring it in, shake it all out, you put the chair away, and we're going to take it down to the mat. Okay, so we're going to be lying on our side on the mat. I've got a pillow here. You can use the pillow to rest your head if you feel like you need that, more comfortable. Don't necessarily need it, but we are going to use the pillow just now. So if you haven't got one, go grab a pillow so that you can use it in a moment. Otherwise, we rest the head on the arm. We're going to extend both legs. Remember that waist from that first video? We want to think about that waist, nice and long underneath as well. We're going to make that space for ants to walk underneath. Hip facing forward, zip up that tummy, and we're going to lift up and lower, and 2, and lower, and 3. Try relax the head down. 4. Now this hand can be on the floor to make sure that you don't roll forwards and back. And 7. Keep reaching out that leg, make it long, try not to collapse the waist. And 10. Now we're going to lift it up, bottom leg's going to come up to kiss. Bottom leg drop, top leg drop. Lift and kiss. Lower and lower. And 3. And kiss. Lower and lower. And 4. Kiss. Lower. We have 5. Keep zipping it up. We have 6. Kiss. Lower, lower. And 7. And 8. 2 more to go. 9. Lower and lower, keep that waist long. And relax, give it a bit of a rub if you need to. Now bring the legs a little bit forward. We want to make ourselves into a bit of a banana shape. So this hip is a little bit back, still resting the head down. We're going to lift both legs and lower. So we're going to work into those obliques. 2. And 3. Try to relax the head down. That neck is going to want to kick in and lift your head. So keep reminding yourself to make the head heavy on your pillow or on your arm. 5 and 6. Keep pulling the belly button into the spine. 7 and 8 and 9. 1 more. 10 and relax. Give it a rub, a pat, whatever you need to do. And let's just flip over to the other side. Finding that position on the other side, resting the head, lengthening the top waist, making sure those legs are nice and long. Knee faces forward, and we lift. And lower, and 2, with shoulders out of the ear. 3, and 4, keep zipping up the tummy, and 5, and 6, we have 7, and 8, keep thinking about the hip facing forward. 9, number 10, and now lifting it up. Are you ready? Kiss, lower, and lower. Top leg up, kiss, lower, and lower. Try to keep the waist nice and long. And if you want to test that balance, take the arm up, otherwise keep the hand here in the beginning while you build that strength and that balance. 5, kiss, lower, and 6. Remember, it's not about how high you lift that leg, rather keep it lower so that the leg stays parallel. 8, 2 more to go. 9, relax that neck, and 10, and relax for a a second, bring the legs a little bit forward, make your banana shape, and we go lift and lower, rest the head down 2, and lower, and 3, and 4. You're going to feel it right here in the waist, not in the lower back. So if your hips are forward, then your lower back's going to work too much. So you want to work here. And I've lost count, so let's go for 4 more, and 3 more. We have 2 more, 1 more to go, and relax. Give it a rub if you need to. From here, we're going to flop it straight over onto our tummy. Now I'm going to go on a slight diagonal here with my mat. So on your stomach, we're going to start with our arms in line with the shoulders, a little bit wider than the mat, elbows are flat. Your legs are a little bit apart. Tilt that pubic bone into the mat. You want to make sure that we open up the lower back. Suck the belly button in and squeeze those glutes. You're going to roll an imaginary marble forward with your nose and then lift up the collarbones and crack a walnut between those shoulder blades and release it down. Again, pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, squeeze the glutes, roll the marble forward. Lifting up, try not to squeeze the back of the neck, think of a long neck, and release it down. Again, pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, and lifting up to the top of the head. This is why it's called a cobra. It's like that cobra raising its head up off the ground, releasing it down. Let's do 3 more of those. Pubic bone to mat, tummy in, squeeze the glutes. Think of that walnut between the shoulder blades and lowering it down. 2 more to go. Pubic bone down, tummy in, and lifting up to the top of the head, cracking that walnut. Lowering it down. We have last one, pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, lifting it up and lowering it down. Now you're going to bring those hands underneath your forehead. You can watch me first and then we'll do it with me, without you watching, and then you can just listen to my cues. Again, you want to press that pubic bone into the mat, pull the tummy in. You're going to lift one leg and lower. Lift the other leg. So just be careful here that you're not lifting or bending the knee. You are working from the glutes, but not so much that the hips come off. So you want to keep both hips nice and heavy. So let's try and do that, alternating for 10. Pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, and 10, and 9, and 8. Keep sucking the tummy in. 6, 7, 6, 5. Think about the work in the glutes. 3, and 2, keep pulling the tummy in, and 1, and relax and shake it out. We're going to do 1 more here. So we use those single ones so that you can really feel the glutes working. So tilt that pubic bone to the mat, suck the tummy in. We're going to lift both legs. Just be careful of not taking too much of the work in the back. So you've got to really keep that tilt. So it's a very small lift. So we're going to lift both legs. You're going to pulse them outwards 3 times, 2 times, 1 time, and then drop them down. Are you ready? Let's just do 4 sets of that. So before you go, pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, squeeze those glutes, and lift, pulse open, 3, 2, 1, lower. Pubic bone into the mat, tummy in, and lift, pulse, 3, 2, 1, and lower. Keep that tilt, suck the tummy deeper, lift, 3, 2, 1, and lower. 1 more time, pubic bone to mat, tummy in, lift, 3, 2, 1, lower. You might want to press it up into a little recovery stretch just to open up those hips for a moment. And now we're going to go into our last position for today's little workout, and we are going to be on our backs again. So flip it over onto your back. This is where your pillow is going to come into play. You're going to put that pillow between your knees, starting with your hands on the floor. Squeeze that pillow so that those inner thighs wake up. Tilt the pelvis, engage those glutes, and roll it up into your bridge position. Now remember here, you want to keep that tilt in the pelvis, hold your chopsticks, let those ribs together. And roll down, keep squeezing that pillow. Only once your pelvis is released can you let go of the squeeze. And we go, squeeze the pillow, tilt, roll it up, up, up. Melting, melting down, release the tail, release the squeeze. Again, squeeze, tilt, rolling it up, feel the back of the ribs, lower back, pelvis, release the pillow. Squeeze, tilt, rolling it up. Keep pulling the belly button into the spine. Release, release. Last one, squeeze, tilt, rolling it up. And melt the ribs, lower back, hips, release. One more to stay up there. Squeeze, tilt, rolling it up. Stay there. Short, little squeezes on the pillow. Just pulsing those knees in. 8 and 7 for the tummy deep. 6 and 5. Keep squeezing. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Keep squeezing. Tilt, roll it down. Release. Well done. Take the pillow out. Now we're going to just do a little bit of a hip release here. So get the soles of the feet together and just into a butterfly position just to release those inner thighs for a couple of seconds. Now if you naturally just let everything go, your back will arch here. I want you to try and tilt that pelvis a little bit, but still let the knees hang open. Just a little bit. So it's not a huge tilt, just a little bit. And then let it go and feel the release again in the inner thighs. Let's try that again. Tilt that pelvis, pull the tummy in. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Release and let those knees go. One more time. Little tilt, zip up that tummy. Hold. And relax. Well done. So now we're going to lift it up. Legs back to parallel. Get that gentle tilt. Pull that tummy in so we can make sure that our back stays on the floor. So for this one, you also want to make sure that those ribs stay heavy on the floor. That they don't flare up. So think of that belly button to the floor. We're going to take the arms up to the ceiling. You're going to start off taking one arm overhead. What you want to watch for is those ribs aren't popping open. So keep the ribs knitted. And up. Other side and over. And up. And over. So it might feel quite easy, but what I want you to really think about is that your core is working to make sure that the ribs don't move. 5, 6, let's just do 2 more. 7, keep putting the tummy into the spine. 8. Now we're going to lift one leg, just one leg. Leg only. Extend it away and bring it in. Now as you do this, again, you're holding your chopsticks. So there's no releasing of that spine. You're keeping that lower back to the floor. We're going to do 5 and in and 6. Pull that belly button down. 7. Use that exhale. And lower that foot down. Give everything a shake. Let's try and find that tilt again. Belly button to spine. Other leg up. And 8. And in. 7. Keep pulling the tummy down. 6. Shoulders relaxed. 5. You have 4 more to go. Last 3. 2 more. Last one. And lowering it down. Now we're going to work with one arm. So let's leave our right arm up and put the left arm on the floor. Tilt that pelvis, pull the belly button in. Think of that pelvic floor. Stop in that flow of urine. Float your left leg. Let's go slowly. Take the arm and leg away without letting those ribs pop open. So hold your chopsticks. Bringing it in. And breathe out 2. And in. Breathe out 3. And in. We have 4. And in. And 5. Knitting the ribs and the hips together. 6. Almost there. 7. One more. 8. And let's lower that foot. Lower that arm. Now the left arm's going to go up. First tilt the pelvis. Make sure the lower back's on the floor. Float that right leg. Slowly reach. Check the rib cage. And up. And 2. And lift. And 3. Keep knitting ribs and hips together. 4. And lift. We have 5. And 6. Last 2 to go. 7. Don't forget to breathe. And 8. And lower that leg down. Release that arm and shake everything out. Nice work. From there, we're going to go into our stretches. So for today's stretch, we're going to do a seated stretch. Taking one leg in front of you, flex that foot, put the other foot on top. So you're going to have to hold it with your toes. And now sit up as straight as you can and lean slightly forward. You're trying to flex this foot, and if you are struggling, then you can take your band and pull it around the foot to get that stretch. Okay, if you can reach with your hand, even better. Otherwise, take your jersey, your towel, or your band, hook it around your toes and pull them in. Sit up nice and tall. Let's swap to the other side. So flexing the bottom foot, the top foot goes on top of the toes. Pull these toes back, lean slightly forward, and if you can, grab on those toes to pull them in. Just getting into a nice stretch there, or hook your towel, jersey, or band around the toes. Just hold it there. Now 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Now we're going to do a different stretch for our glutes today. So we've got one leg in, one leg open in front of us. And you're going to lean forward. Now depending on how tight you are on the hips, take it down as low as you can over that leg so that you can feel that stretch. If you struggle with the stretch, go back to the stretch we did lying on our back in the previous video, where you pull one knee crossed over the other knee into your body. If you're not feeling this enough, you can take your body more over your foot as opposed to over your knee to feel the stretch in this hip. And just hold it there for a couple of breaths. Try and give into gravity a little bit. And let's change it to the other side. One leg in front, one leg behind, and leaning forward, either over your knee or over your foot, so that you get that stretch in this hip of your front leg. And allow yourself to breathe and get into gravity. A couple of easy breaths there. The more you breathe, the more you allow it to relax. Let's take one more breath there. And gently lifting it up. Nice work. So that is the end of today's workout. I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you in the next one.